Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it so very much. Welcome, my name is Aiden. I'm so happy that you're here. Today I have 5 random perfumes. I pulled 5 perfumes from my collection. There's some cheapies, there's some like niche in here, just kind of definitely random ones that I haven't talked about before. Before I start though, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Also, let me know if you've tried these, what your thoughts are on them, if you've tried them, or if you've even heard of these. Because some of these I think are, well, at least one of these is not maybe the most well-known fragrance out there. All right, we're going to start with one that is probably been talked about a lot recently. It is Finery Pistachio Please, and this is at Target. And I found out that different Targets charge different prices. So I paid $29 for this one, but other places are going up to like $36, which is insane. Like every place should have the same base price for things. This is a 2 ounce, and Finery does a whole bunch of dupe fragrances. There was a lot of like discussion about what this was a dupe of. The color of it makes you think of Kilian Yum Pistachio Gelato, but it is supposed to be a dupe of Sol de Janeiro 62, which I think is supposed to be the Bum Bum Cream. I don't like Boom Boom Cream or Bum Bum Cream or however you want to call it. I know it's Boom Boom Cream, but sometimes your brain just, the way it's spelled is how you say it in your mind. Anyway, I don't really enjoy that scent, so this was kind of an interesting fragrance for me to pick up. I don't think it's quite the Sol de Janeiro. It's maybe 70-80% that, but there's a definite difference to it. Let me tell you the notes on it too before we get too much farther. So they only list 3 notes for this right now: pistachio milk, fluffy vanilla, and tonka bean. So really with those 3, you kind of do think about Kilian as well. It definitely is not Kilian, I will say that. That is like a sweeter, creamier. This one is a little screechier to me. I don't mean that in a necessarily a bad way, but it's a little bit more prominent. It has almost feels like it has a little bit more citrusness to it. It does wear fairly well. I got at least 4 hours out of it where I could smell it, and then I tend to put on something else in the middle of the day because I want to pick me up in terms of scent. So I think this is a pretty good one. If I had known it was Sol de Janeiro when I purchased it, like I got this right when it first came out because I just lucked into seeing it in my store and was like, oh, that's a new one, I want to pick that one up. I probably wouldn't have picked it up. I didn't smell it in store before I purchased it. It's okay. I think if you like Pistachio Please, it's going to be, I think if you like Pistachio Gelato, there we go. Not Pistachio Please, that's what this one is. If you like Pistachio Gelato from Kilian, if that's what you're really looking for, you'll be disappointed. If you really like the Sol de Janeiro 62, I think you will enjoy this one, but also be slightly disappointed because I don't think it's not the same. There's definite difference to them. But I think if you like both of them and you want something that's kind of like somewhere in between those two, I think you would really like it. So that's the first one, Pistachio Please by Finery. This is my first Finery. I haven't purchased any from them before, so it was an interesting first impression. I also smelled like the fig one, and oh, I hated that one. That was a scrubber for me. It was very, very strong and just not something I wanted to smell at all. The second perfume that I want to talk about today is by Kilian. This is I Don't Need a Prince by My Side to Be a Princess. And this is the Eau Fraiche version. I do own the original one in the old style bottle, which is like a globe. And I was really interested in getting this one because this is supposed to be a lighter scent. So the notes on this one are bergamot, green tea, marshmallow, and ginger. And at first, it's really quite citrusy. I think you get some of that ginger in there, and you just get a lot of the bergamot and the green tea too. As it dries down, it's more of a green tea and marshmallow, but like a very mellow a very mellow green tea. The marshmallow is kind of a little more prominent. I think I like this one more than the original Princess, to be honest. I know it doesn't look like a lot, but I have worn this one quite a bit comparatively to the size of my collection. I've been trying to use up a lot of my samples and my travel sizes, so you know, what I think of as a pretty good dent is probably not what other people think of as a pretty good dent. I really, really enjoy this one. This is one that I would say if you like ginger, if you like green tea, if you like marshmallow, you have to like all three of those, I think. This is a nice one. If you've tried the Hermes, Tuile de Hermes, the ginger one, there's a similar note of ginger in here. Like it's a little, but this one is marshmallowy. So it's sweeter and smoother and creamier. I really like this one. This is definitely one that I would recommend if you can get your hands on it. And if I know that it's going to be discontinued, I have no idea if it's discontinued or not, but it's one that I would probably pick up a backup of eventually because I do like it that much and I see myself using it. All right, we're finally to a scent that differentiated the top, middle, and base notes. The first two did not. They just listed the scents, the scent notes. So this one is from Zara. This is another fairly cheapy. This is Peach Glow, and this is their 2.7 ounce, I believe. It's so hard to see. Yeah, 2.7 ounces. And this one is about $29 too, I think, for this size. I mean, this one does have a pretty good size dent in it too. I have been wearing this one quite a bit. I like to layer this with other scents as well. This, I feel like, goes really well with Peach Bellini by Bath & Body Works. This is kind of a stinky peach. Like, there's a little stink to it, and I really enjoy that. It's like, it sounds terrible, but there's something very compelling about this. And I think it's because of the notes. So the top notes are peach and grapefruit, and I think that grapefruit just adds a little stink to it that just... And then mixed with the middle note of jasmine, I think it's more of an indolic jasmine. Like, I've heard that so many times, but I've never really, this is the first time I feel like I really get that and know what people mean by it. And then your base notes are praline and amber. I don't really get the sweetness from the praline at all. A little bit of the amber, like, it adds that kind of, it grounds it. It does smell like peaches. It smells like almost like peaches that are slightly fermenting. Like they still smell, there's like a sweetness to it, but there's also like that they're turning just a little bit and they're fermenting and you get that sourness in there. I know that what I'm saying sounds so crazy, but it's so intoxicating and it's so good. And I layered this with something the other day. I had Peach Bellini, I had this one, I had something else with peach in it, and I can't remember what it was. And I was just like spraying myself all over, and oh, I love this one. I think this is more of a spring summer, but if you're layering it with something a little darker, I think this would be a layerable for the winter and the like when it's cool weather, fall, winter. I love this one. I really hope they bring it back next summer because I want a second bottle of this, which I know is ridiculous. Like, I have so many perfumes. If you've watched my duplicates, you know I have so many duplicates, but this is one that I see myself like actually finishing up to. I would love to wear this to bed, actually. I feel like this would just be so delicious to fall asleep to, which sounds so weird. I know. I love this one. I know everything that I said just sounds kind of wrong and not why somebody would ever want a fragrance, but it's so good. If you can get your hands on it, I highly recommend smelling it. And if you like peaches, if you like peach or if you like grapefruit, go for it because it's good. But if you don't like peach, you probably wouldn't like it. All right, next up we have Skylar. This is Boardwalk Delight. This one has been talked about a lot too. And I have a pretty good size dent in this one too. This is clean, so it doesn't last as long as some of the other ones. Zara lasts okay. Like, I don't think it's a super long lasting one, but this one has lots of notes. So we have watery notes, raspberry and apple on the top. Middle notes are coconut milk, water lily, and guava blossom, which is interesting. I've never heard that before. And then base notes are cotton candy, vanilla, musk, solar notes, and amber. This one, when I first got it, like, it has the cotton candy on the back. You think like, oh, it's going to be just really fluffy and sweet. And I was thinking something, you know, like pink sugar, but fluffier than pink sugar. This doesn't give me pink sugar at all. I definitely get the coconut milk in here, but it's like an artificial coconut milk, if that makes sense. This is weird because when I smell this, I'm not a big fan. And I'm like, I don't really like this one. But then I crave to wear it, and I feel like it wears better on my skin. But just smelling it, it smells kind of synthetic. It smells a little sickly, but also like musky. Like there's too much musk in here, and it's a little, I don't know, doesn't mix well with this cotton candy or the coconut milk. It doesn't smell like cotton candy to me. Hands down does not smell like cotton candy to me. But it does have like this sweetness to it that's just kind of alluring and makes me want to like spray it on and like wear it, even though I don't smell it and I'm like, oh, this smells so good. I just want like mouth-watering like some of my other ones. No, this one, like there's something weird about it, but I also really like it. So inexplicably, I am drawn to Boardwalk Delight. But if you're thinking that it's going to smell like cotton candy, no, it doesn't smell like cotton candy. If you are thinking of blind buying, this I wouldn't say is not a safe blind buy. If I had smelled this before I purchased it, I would not have purchased it. This was a blind buy to me. But I also have been wearing it quite a bit, which is kind of weird. But I do really like this one. I don't love it. It's not a love. It's not one that I probably would repurchase. Plus, I feel like Skylar is very expensive for how long they last. But this one lasts better than like Vanilla Sky. That one disappears on me so fast. But this one lasts a little bit better. Maybe 2 hours, maybe 3 at the most. The final perfume I have today is from Bon Parfumeur. They do sell this at Sephora. I think they still have them. They're no longer on my wish list. But I don't know if that's just because I purchased them all or if they're no longer there. All right, these are no longer at Sephora, but they are at Nordstrom, where you can buy them from the website, and they do have some of them at Fragrance.net. This is 203, so it is Framboise, Vanille, and Murray. It's raspberry, vanilla, and blackberry, if I remember the last one. Yeah. Double checked it. Raspberry, vanilla, and blackberry. And I own a couple of these. I also have the Proline one. And I know this, like the dent is once again pretty small. But I do love this one. I feel like this is a year-round scent. The raspberry and the blackberry are dark enough, and with the vanilla, that you can wear this and it feels like a little warming in the winter. But it's also light enough that you can wear it in the spring. So the notes on this are red fruits, pear, and neroli. In the middle, it's solar notes, jasmine, rose, and then base notes are vanilla, ambergris, musk, and white woods. It smells like a fruity vanilla. So you have, the vanilla is not super prominent. It's more of the fruits. So think about if you had like 1 scoop of ice cream, like a small scoop of vanilla ice cream, and then you just completely buried it in raspberries and blackberries, and you had like fresh ones, but you also had like ones that had been mushed up and added a little sugar to them. So there's like almost like a compote. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. So there's like a compote, but there's also some fresh berries in there too. I really like this one. I think this is a fantastic brand, and I do want to explore more from this brand. I know they're not they don't have the fanciest bottles. They're, very basic bottles with just a paper label on them, but they are so good. Their mixes are so good. The other one I have is like praline and patchouli. And there's one other note, but they have 3 listed. This has a little depth to it. So it doesn't smell exactly like something edible. It definitely does smell like a perfume. Still has those base notes in there to make it smell like a perfume instead of just something edible, but it does have that edibleness to it at the same time. I really like it. I am happy with, like, 4 out of the 5 of these are, actually no, 3 of these are definite loves. Princess Eau Fraiche is a love. This one, Bon Parfumeur 203, is a love. Zara Peach Glow, definite love. The other 2 are, they're all right. The Boardwalk Delight from Skylar, I know a lot of people really love that one, and Pistachio Please. They're not, those 2 are not favorites, but the other ones I would say are definite favorites. So let me know if you've tried these, what your thoughts are on them. If you've tried anything else from these houses, let me know down below. Let me know if you have any recommendations, especially like for Finery. I'm kind of interested in trying something else. The only one I don't want is not another cherry, because I have Lost Cherry, and I have a dupe of Lost Cherry, and I have a backup bottle of Lost Cherry because I got that from Influencer. I did not buy a second bottle of Lost Cherry, don't worry. So I don't want that one, but let me know if there's other ones like that you think that I would like in Finery. Let me know down below. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.